Well, good morning, America. Good morning, America. We are sitting, look at the view. Just check out the view. You would think we're in Florida. You'd think we're along the Gulf Coast of Texas. But no, we're not. We're not in the Caribbean. This morning, you are in Tiberias, Israel. For many of you, this is the place where Jesus walked on water. He fed the 5,000. He broke the fishes. He broke the loaves. And the thing about Tiberias that you have to walk away with is the whole concept of not only the miraculous, but multiplication. How God can take one and multiply it into millions. In fact, if you look at the mathematical system, by the way, which stems from the Hebrew, the number one can be taken, and just by adding various letters, we see the numbers just grow into definitions and names and mysteries and insights, and how one can be multiplied. Well, God started with one, Adam. And look at, there's nearly 9 billion people on the earth today. So there we have it, multiplication. So I want to introduce to you our group. This is Cindy, and Cindy is the head of the Well Ministries in Amarillo, Texas. And this is Susie. We were singing to her this morning, "Wake up, little Susie, wake up."
I did.
Susie is part of the team at the Well Ministries, and here is Helen. Helen has a very long CV. We'll come back to that in another video, but good morning, Helen.
Good morning.
And this is Jo. Jo, she's my faithful helper in the kitchen.
Yay!
But there's much more to her than the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Good morning, Jo. Good morning. So, Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Well Ministry and why you're here in Israel?
The Well Ministry actually started in Jerusalem, or I should say in Israel. And the Well Ministry is to bring people together, to bring women together, to encourage them, and to bring them to a place which is the Well. And we meet once a month, and we just share the Word. We encourage each other. And we also go on mission trips. And he has really given myself the heart for Israel and for the people of Israel. And on this ministry trip, we are going to go and to share our love with the soldiers and pray over the country. And mostly it's to just love all of the people and accept your love for us. To bring America and Israel together. And that's the main focus of the Well, is showing love and encouragement to everyone through the Word of God.
Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. You've been on a lot of tours before. Now, you've been on a lot of tours before. What's different about this tour? What's different? Well, you're actually not even on a tour. Why did you not want to go on a tour? And what have you seen or learned thus far here in Israel?
What has been so special about this tour that's not a tour is it's a journey with Kim and and with the team to become more acquainted with the people and to learn more about the customs and the culture and what really and truly the Torah is all about and how it has brought us to where we are today. We have met an awesome lady who survived the Holocaust. We've met a young soldier who was in the 2014 war, who now is taking young men who have just recently gotten out of prison and is bringing them back around. We are not on a tour, we're on a journey with the people to become more acquainted with the people, the land, and what Israel is really and truly all about. Not just here, but the impact it has on the whole world.
Huh. Amen. All right. Susie, would you like to say a couple words? Very nice.
I did come to Israel on tour last year, and it was just amazing to visit the biblical geography where Jesus walked. But this go around is so amazing to learning the Jewish culture, the ethos of the people that believe, and how it came from Adam, from the earth up to the youngest of the Jewish nation, and how they all believe the same. And it's just very enthralling to know how at peace the Jewish nation is within themselves, and the number of times that they've been attacked and persecuted, and to know they're just still going strong.
Amen.
Amen.
Still going strong. Helen, you've been to Israel before.
Yes, I've been here once. Yeah,
Okay.
I came in 2018. Cindy
Okay.
and I came, and we met with an organization. But I think this trip has been very unique and special in that we are getting the understanding of the Jewish culture. And I think, in my opinion, I think that's a missing element that a lot of Christians have, and that they come with just wanting to see the Holy Land, which
Right.
all of it's holy.
Right.
All of it's holy.
All of it. Every rock. Exactly.
Everything. But it's so critical to understand the underworkings and what formed it into what it is today. And so, so for me, it's been extremely, it's been a blessing just to be able to take that knowledge back with me to the States and share it, and to get people excited about learning more of the history and the culture and what formed it to what it is today, the ethos. So yeah.
Yes, I think that's really exciting. Just the most important thing, as is said, so often people never get to really know the nation. And this nation is unique, but it's not just a nation of Jews. This is the gathering place for the whole world. And so when you come to Israel, every nation, every tongue, every tribe is here in this land. It is remarkable. And you think you see that in America, but I will tell you, you really see it here. Okay, so Joe.
This is my first time here in this beautiful land. I've really enjoyed getting to be a part of the land, the people, and it's been a good journey.
There we have it. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
All right, so we don't want to make her suffer any longer, you know. And the way that it works, you know, you can always tell those that know how to speak on camera, you just let them go. Those that don't, you just help them along, and you're like, okay, that was wonderful, Joe. Wow, that was amazing. We want to encourage this online experience. Yes. All right. So we're not going to be taking too long because we want to put this up real quick, but I want you to meet this wonderful, this really, for me, this an absolute blessing. But we have had so much fun, and we have done very interesting things. We've seen things that most people never get to see, and yesterday was a trip to Shaare Tzedek Hospital. The history of that hospital alone is worth the trip. And so a lot of times we visited the children's cancer and emergency rooms and the nephrology where all the children were for outpatient. And it was very, very special. So when you come to Israel, and you want to do something unique, something new, all right? It's you don't have to feel like you're always having to get on that tour. There's a lot of other options, and so make sure you search that out, find out what's available. Now, I want to say one thing that we'll begin with. Oh, it's a little windy here this morning, so I had my Lek Leka out. So the Torah portion today, we're going to be traveling. We're in the north of Israel. Tiberias is along the sea as we head to the north, to the Golan. And this is the area where Abraham came down from, over in the Iranian area of Ur, and they came down into Israel. And our Torah portion this week is when Abraham, his family, his father had died in Tehran, and so God speaks to Abraham and he says, "Ve'omer Adonai el Avram Lek Leka." He said, go. You go is what it really means. Lek Leka, walk, go, you go. And he says to get out of your country, away from your kindred, away from your father's house, unto the land that I will show you. And then God promises Abraham that he will make him a great nation. And so when you're sitting in this nation and you're watching a nation that barely survived its first day after Ben Gurion announced, the UN voted, and they said Israel is going to be a nation. That announcement came May 14th, 1948, and within hours, the next day, Israel was attacked by 5 or 6 Arab nations. Full-blown attack. I mean, this is a fledgling country. The British are going out. The Jews are coming in, and they're completely attacked, and they survive. 1 year of war was their first year in this land. 1 full year of war. And so today, when God said, I will make you a great nation, when we go back to 1948, when the country couldn't even get supplies from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, to today, when this nation is affecting every single country in the world, we are bringing innovation and technology that is changing the quality of life of the masses around the globe. God surely meant it when he said to Avram, I will make you a great nation. And I want you to remember this one thing. All eyes on Zion, because there will come a day when this nation will be the capital of the world. And so all eyes on this nation. And then he doesn't just say, I'm going to make you a great nation, which is the people, the, Klal Israel, the it's the whole. But then he takes the broad vision and he brings it down. And he says, and then the next thing I'm going to do to you, a little windy here. He says, here, yeah, good idea. Thank you. He says, and then I will bless thee. Now, what's very, very interesting about the word bless, or even blessing, brachot, all right? You change just one letter, bracha, right? And when you change this letter, you go from blessing to meaning a spring of water. So when God talks about making streams in the desert, he talks about springs of water. As we're going to go now to the north, and we'll get you a picture of this. There is a place in the up in the north at the Banyas. There's a place where 100 springs all converge.
Oh, wow.
It is something to see this kind of water force flowing down from Hermon into the Yarden, and then the springs coming together. So a true blessing. And then he says, I'll bless you and I'm going to make your name great. Well, I don't know if there is a greater name apart from Moshe and of course Jesus, Yeshua. I don't know if there is a greater name in all of human history than Abraham, the father of many nations. And so we have Avram. God says, first, big vision, I'm going to make you a nation. Second, I'm going to bless the nation and I'm going to make your name great. And then third, he even takes it down one more step. He says, and I'm going to make your name great. How am I going to do it? Because I am going to make you a blessing. You are going to bless everything you touch, every person you come in contact with, every place your foot travels. You are going to become a blessing, and by being a blessing, this is how I'm going to make your name great. And then if you think God is done, he's got the nation. He blesses that. He says, I'm going to make your name great. How am I going to do it? I'm going to make you a blessing. I'm putting a special bracha on you. And then he says, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And so, let me read to you a little bit of the commentary on this. It says here, all right, I want to, okay. To the Jew, this is Tolstoy wrote this, okay? This is what Tolstoy wrote. I don't know if you've ever read his writings, but amazing work. It says here, the Jew is the sacred being who was brought down from heaven, the everlasting fire, who has brought down from heaven the everlasting fire and has illuminated with it the entire world. He is the religious source, spring, and fountain out of which all the rest of the peoples have drawn their beliefs and their religions. And then the scripture says, I will bless they who follow Abraham's teachings, will like him enjoy God's favor, and him that curseth thee. Now here's what it says. The story of European history during the past centuries teaches one uniform lesson: that the nations which have received and in any way dealt fairly and mercifully with the Jew have prospered, and that the nations that have tortured and oppressed him have written out their own curse. So this morning, I want to leave you with one last thought. First of all, how God took this man, big vision, and he shows you how he broke that vision down. But the vision was manifest through one thing that God invoked, imputed upon the vision, and that is the blessing. You can never unbless what God has blessed. When God blesses, then he brings that to fruition. And we started out by saying Tiberias is a place of multiplication. The miracles that you see performed here have to do with how God takes the most mundane, the smallest thing, and he multiplies it. That's what blessing is. It's to multiply a gift, to multiply a talent, to multiply that which God has put in your hand. Well, when we look at this Torah portion starts out with Avram. It starts out with the Hebrew letter Aleph. The Hebrew letter Aleph means master, thousands, multiplication. The actual letter itself has to do with multiplication, the definition of it. So here we are, beginning to watch God now take one man. And when we finish this story, at the end of the year, when we come to the end of the Torah portion, we will have a nation that God brings out of Egypt, which is over 1 million strong. So this is really an amazing story of multiplication, starting with one man. And today in the land, I believe there's about 8 million Jews now. From the Holocaust, we started this country with 500,000. So today, when you think about your gifts, your talents, when you think about what God has given you, a gift, whether it's a speaking gift, whether it's a gift of service and helps, whether it's a gift of teaching and education, working on cars, engineering, whatever your gift is, share it. Bless others with it and watch God take it and multiply it in your life. All right? Kol hakavod, we are on our way. And, bye-bye. It's been wonderful. Like, share, and subscribe. That's the message for you. Okay, we love you. Bye-bye.